Uh-oh, somebody's in big trouble. Because we just got a leaked video from the set of Avengers Doomsday that actually reveals quite a bit. And we've officially gone 0 days without a Doomsday update. It's nothing too crazy, but you know when Marvel diehards like me get a few crumbs, we're gonna make full course meals. And don't worry, it's not any of these images. I do want to respect those of you that are trying to avoid everything, and that's actually why I yap a lot in these intros too. So this is your spoiler warning. You have been warned. This is your choice from here on out. Either way, me and you know what we gotta do. We gotta talk about it. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. But for real, today we found out that Marvel Studios is going to be filming scenes in the TVA for Avengers Doomsday. And this actually comes to us from Bobby Dazzler84 over on Instagram, who is Chris Hemsworth's stunt double. I'm just going to show a screenshot of the video itself, but here you can see on the floor it says TVA. If you want to see the whole video, go follow me on Twitter because ain't nobody give a fuck about it over there. I'm not risking getting sniped. All I know is I feel so bad for Bobby Boy because this shit has been taken down since he posted it, and Kevin Feige's probably got him in his sight. What's crazy is that in the video, you can actually hear probably the second unit director giving directions to a couple of actors. And shh, come here. I'm gonna play the audio next. I don't think they can get me for the audio.
Sort of like, yeah. It's almost like you get to your end position a little quicker. Meaning like, not don't walk faster, but just get your face closer to him quicker. You're sort of like, when you walk over to the other side, you're kind of like a little bit further away, and then you get closer.
Now, this isn't anything too crazy because we already knew that Tom Hiddleston's Loki was going to be returning in Avengers Doomsday when they revealed him on Cher's Day. That IKEA chair gimmick is never gonna get old. But like I said, I got some crumbs, so now I'm gonna start connecting dots and making a meal for you in a theory that I have. So first of all, the fact that we have Chris Hemsworth's stunt double in this scene means that we're gonna get the reunion between Loki and Thor that we so desperately need. The sun is gonna be shining on them again, brother. Which I feel like was pretty obvious since we saw that Chris Hemsworth was gonna be returning in Avengers Doomsday alongside Tom Hiddleston's Loki. But all I know is that reunion's gonna hit like crack and I might tear up. I'm gonna get chills. Fuck, that hurt. But what exactly could this mean for Thor and Loki's role in Avengers Doomsday? Because mind you, Loki is sitting on the throne that he always wanted, by the way, holding the multiverse together like Spider-Man holding the train back in Spider-Man 2. And for all intents and purposes, he's one of the most powerful characters in the entire MCU right now. So I think he's gonna end up being one of the MacGuffins of this movie, similar to Vision in Infinity War. Because take one little guess as to who else likes thrones. Dr. Doom! Because if you've read the Crazy Head Place, because if you've read the Secret War storyline Jonathan Hickman's run, you know that at some point in time, Victor Von Doom gotta become God Emperor Doom, which he was able to accomplish with Molecule Man's help taking the Beyonders' powers. And the theory that I've had for months is that they're going to replace the Beyonders and Molecule Man with Loki and Bob/Sentry/the Void. Now, Loki, for obvious reasons, could be the MCU's version of the Beyonders' powers. He is the one literally holding the multiverse together. That's all powerful. That's something Doom's going to want. As for Bob/Sentry/the Void, I know what you guys are probably thinking. Sammy, haha, why would he want him? This is the one that I'm the most shaky on. I think he's definitely going to be coming for Loki's power, but I think Bob/Sentry/the Void could be mixed in with a couple of other characters in mind. The key character and fixture in the Secret War storyline that helps Doom get his powers is Molecule Man, but we don't have a Molecule Man in the MCU, and I don't think they're going to be introducing the Beyonders and Molecule Man in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Instead, I think our Molecule Man replacement is gonna be Sentry. In case you don't know, in the Dark Avengers run, Sentry and the rest of the Dark Avengers stumble across Molecule Man, who's holding like a little town captive in his own little world just trying to live. And for a brief moment, Molecule Man kills Sentry, and all of us readers are like, damn, he died again. He dies more times than Kenny in this fucking run. Then he pops up out of nowhere like Randy Orton, able to control molecules, even subduing Molecule Man. And even Sentry was like, damn, I was not familiar with my own game. Especially considering how much we all love Bob as a character now. Like, it could fucking sting if we got Doom going after him. And it would make a whole lot of sense why the Thunderbolts would want to help out. Another option that I've theorized and plenty of other people have theorized is that Doom could be going after Franklin Richards, who, in case you don't know, is one of the strongest Marvel characters of all time. I don't know if they're going to be introducing Valeria, who Doom actually named as her pseudo-godfather. Maybe they could be combining elements of Valeria and Franklin for the MCU. I don't know, maybe we can get introduced to Valeria. But Franklin is definitely another option. But of course, the ultimate option that most fans have theorized, we have the reality warper herself in Mummy Wonder. Especially if they want to adapt elements of Children's Crusade and get the Young Avengers up in Avengers Doomsday. This one could also make a whole lot of sense. But either way, I feel like the plot of Doomsday is going to be a race to get Loki. We're going to have various different teams split up, and that includes Doom. I think Doom is going to assemble his own multiversal version of the Cabal, because I could easily see Doom persuading Magneto and his army of mutants to join Doom if Doom promises him and the mutants a stake in Battleworld or whatever world he's creating. Like, this could be their own version of Genosha, maybe even Utopia. But either way, a motherfucker like Magneto, if he gets promised a throne and being able to rule over his own mutants to keep them safe, he's gonna say yes. And another person I think could be easily persuaded of joining Doom is Namor and his people. And then who knows who else could join his team. We get Sylvie joining his team, some other people that are on the fence. But I think all roads lead to Loki. And once Doom gets there, I'm assuming we're gonna get like the reverse of Infinity War, where Doom, uses Thor to get to Loki. Maybe he kills Thor, maybe he threatens to kill Thor, and that's why Loki gives up the seat at the throne. Some way, somehow, you just know there's gonna be a key fixture of Doomsday. And that's where I think this version of the X-Men come in too. The universe that we saw in the post-credit scene of the Marvels, I think, and I've been theorizing, I don't know if anyone else out there has, I think this is the universe that we saw at the end of X-Men Days of Future Past. It's like this perfect X-Men world, and that would explain why we hear B saying that the Professor is still alive, because we know he's not alive in 838 thanks to Wanda, and we know that James Marsden is returning. So I think this is gonna be the crew that helps out the Avengers, the New Avengers, and the Fantastic Four go against Doom. Because when you mess with time, it tends to mess back. You'll see. And now I think that a Doom that looks like Tony Stark is gonna be taking all the story elements from Avengers Kang Dynasty for his damn self. I know Loki Season 2 kind of put a close on all the Kang variants, but I wouldn't mind a scene of him like destroying all the Lokis in the multiverse, or like a Parliament of Doom or some shit. That'd be fire. Now we also got Sophie DiMartino, who plays Sylvie, traveling for work. You can't have Loki without Sylvie. And with the fact that we know that Anthony Ramos is gonna return to future projects in the MCU as the Hood, I think RDJ's Doom might be the one that makes the Cabal in the MCU, which is basically like the villains version of the Illuminati. There's been various different members like Norman Osborn, but the seeds are being planted for there to be some internal struggle between these teams and picking sides. Who's gonna be on the side of good and who's gonna be on the side of Doom? Woo! I can't wait. But on top of that, we also learned that the Void, not Bob, the Void from Loki and Deadpool and Wolverine is gonna play a massive role in Avengers Doomsday. Could this be the MCU's version of Battleworld? Man, I really hope not. But on top of learning that they've been using sets from Deadpool and Wolverine to film scenes for Avengers Doomsday, they've also been using sets from the Fantastic Four to film scenes for Avengers Doomsday. Additionally, Captain Marvel's spaceship is being built on the set of Avengers Doomsday too. And these scenes will be filmed in Great Windsor Park next month, which confirms the return of Carol Danvers. Duh. She's probably going to be leading the cosmic side of things. And moving on to some Mutant Doomsday news. Allegedly, Deadpool will appear in Avengers Doomsday, according to someone who attended the Disney merch conference. And I mean, it makes sense if they're using sets for Deadpool and Wolverine, and given the inclusion of all the Fox old X-Men characters, duh. Speaking of those old Fox X-Men characters, it looks like they're going to get classic X-Men costumes in Avengers Doomsday. And all I got to say is, like LeBron, it's about damn time. But I think we ain't done yet. Because on top of that, we also learned that Marvel Studios reportedly had an idea that involved bringing together Wanda Maximoff and Magneto for these Avengers movies. And apparently the idea was going to draw heavy inspiration to how this relationship plays out from the Wolverine and the X-Men animated show, which I gotta say would be peak. And you just know they're going to have some type of family reunion between Magneto and all of his children. Because mind you, don't forget, there's been reports, speculation out there that Aaron Taylor Johnson could return as Quicksilver. You didn't see that coming. And if he does return, give him this suit. But not just him, also Evan Peters returning as not Ralph Boner, but actually Quicksilver this time. This movie sounds fucking crazy. And when we do get the twins returning, can we please not do that Game of Thrones Sweet Home Alabama ass shit from the Ultimate Comics? I feel like they already paid homage to that with Godzilla 2014, where they played a couple in that movie. Maybe that's why they went with Evan Peters instead. But only time will tell. But that's all the new news we got about Avengers Doomsday today. Those are my thoughts, theories, and opinions. Let me know what you think about them down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow for more.